people here in Lima, and good afternoon, good evening for people in Europe. Hello, welcome to Lima, welcome to Chorrillos. We are gonna wait 5 minutes before to start to let the people prepare to connect to the live tour. Okay, I think that my camera is not correct. Okay, so people, can you see me well? My volume is not well. Hello? Okay.
Maybe talk louder.
Hello, can you hear me well now? Can you see me well? Hello? Yes? Better now? Okay, I'm gonna... And now? No. Like this? Yes? Is that correct? Okay, sorry for that. Have some troubles with the phone. Perfect. Okay, so yeah, before to start, I want to present myself. My name is Sira, and I'm not Peruvian, I'm not from Peru, but I've been living here for a year and a half, more or less, and so I know a little bit of this country and this city, Lima. I actually live here in Chorrillos, that I think that it's a very interesting neighborhood to know, because tourists mostly don't go around Chorrillos. They stay in Miraflores or Barranco, that are more touristic areas where you can find nice streets, nice restaurants. So they don't know Chorrillos, so you are lucky to be here, as you could discover a little bit of this amazing neighborhood of Lima. Okay, so let's start. So yes, Chorrillos is next to the sea. We are in this beautiful monument here. We're gonna get close for these nice views. So basically, we are in winter right now, and during winter, that basically is half of the year, the sky is always gray. That's why we are not very lucky today, but the views are not that bad. So let's get closer. So here in Chorrillos, we have very beautiful views from all the Lima. Here on the right side, we can see all the length of Lima until La Punta El Callao. It's where there is the airport. For those who have been already here in Lima, maybe they can locate themselves a little bit. And here on the left side, we can see all the neighbor of Chorrillos with its coast, the fisherman port down there. Here we are in a seaside point, very beautiful. We'll start to walk closer to the neighborhood. Basically, we are in one of the main entrance to this neighborhood, Chorrillos. So there is this street here that connects directly to Barranco. For those who have been here, for sure that you've been in Barranco. Is very bohemian neighborhood and mostly where all the tourists stays. So we are basically like 20 minutes walking from Barranco. And here on the right side, this very big street, basically it's almost a highway, connects all the coast from El Callao, the northern part of Lima, until Chorrillos, that it's basically the southest part of Lima, and it's called La Costa Verde. It's very new street, Costa Verde. It was built more or less in the 60s. They built it to... Okay. Yeah, I think that you cannot hear me very well if I'm very close to the main street. So I'm gonna get inside of smaller streets. Like this I can talk a bit better. Okay. Here outside of the main street it's bit more quiet. So La Costa Verde was built to reduce the traffic in Lima, to connect all the coastal area and to give access to the beaches. So it's a very important highway. Also in summer people goes for a stroll down there, and it's a very nice walk also with bikes. Okay, so here we are. We can start to see some of these traditional Chorrillan houses. They are very particular because they are very colorful. Basically, if you walk in the streets of Chorrillos, you will not find any house that is similar to another one. Each one has their own particular style, color, windows. In Chorrillos, we can find also a lot of street art. During the tour, we will see different walls painted in a very nice art. So, yes, as you could see before, here to cross the roads is a very complicated thing to do because the cars, they don't stop. So now we are gonna cross another main street. It's not Costa Verde, but it's called Huaylas. And this main street is very important because connects all the neighborhood from the coast to the center, and it allows to go outside of Lima. So it's a very full, dense traffic. Nowadays with the coronavirus, it's less traffic, but before in general, there was a lot of traffic always. Okay, we have to wait a little bit. Let's go. Okay, yes, just to say, I forgot to say it before, but if anyone has any question or any doubt, just write a question there and I will answer. So here, definitely, Paul, I agree with you, electric cars will make less noise. So here you can appreciate one of these colonial house. These houses were from the old aristocracy, the rich people of Lima, and they were built in middle 19th century. So basically Chorrillos. Here you can see some art. Okay, let's keep going. So yeah, Chorrillos was a town of fishermen, and during middle century, 19th century, the rich people of Lima, they found this place because it was next to the sea and they could get a nice access to the beaches. So they start to come here and build the houses. So you can find a lot of these big houses with these yards in front where they could sit outside during the summertime and take the sun. Also this one. So each one they build as they like, no? And you can find their own style, the colors. But but during the Pacific War, that it was a very bloody war. Later, on the later 19th century, it was a war against Chile. When the Chileans arrived to Chorrillos and took Chorrillos, basically they destroyed almost everything. They burned all the houses, so yeah, they had to build again the houses. Okay, here you can see, I don't know if you saw it, a moto taxi, that it's a very traditional public transport. Hola. Hola. Okay. So yes, I don't know if you saw it before. For sure we will see some more again, but the traditional transport here are the moto taxis. Look, this one over there? So are these little motos where they can bring you only in Chorrillos. They can only move in the Chorrillos area, and they are cheaper than a taxi. So it's a very nice way to move around the neighbor. Basically, in almost all the neighbors in Lima, you cannot find these moto taxis, but you can find them in Chorrillos. So, you know, if you come to Lima, come to Chorrillos and take a moto taxi. It will be very funny. So we are getting closer to a market, a very traditional market of the neighbor. I think that maybe from here you can see a little bit this very sandy mountain. That is called, let's wait. So here, moto taxi. Okay. Yeah, the other thing that they really like to do, the Peruvian people, is to press the klaxon to bus or anything. So basically here, if you want a taxi, you can find a taxi. But normally, the taxi will find you first. So all the taxis that cross in front of you will bus to look at them and to see if you are interested, no? But it's very typical. So yes, here you can start to see some shops that basically before the coronavirus were restaurants, but because of the situation they had to turn themselves to fruit stores or vegetable stores. Okay, let's get inside to the market. Hola, buenos días. Gracias. Okay, here we are, the market. So basically here in the market, the fruits are divided on vegetables store, also vegetable store, and here on the left side we have more like a store that they sell rice, flowers, beans, also some fruits, chips, other things, no? And then you can find like meat stores or another amenities. And now because of the COVID, a lot of places are closed. And also some restaurants they start to open, but you can see that they close it with some plastics. Chickens here. Okay. So yeah, we have a lot of shops closed. So one of the things that I recommend you if you come to Lima is to go to a market and go to a fruit store. Now I will show you one of the nicest fruit store and just buy the most weird fruits that you can see and try them. They are so amazing. The fruits over here, different flavors, different colors. For example, look these fruit stores here. They are so beautiful with a lot of colors, very traditional. And it's very traditional that in the markets you can come here to have breakfast. They prepare you fruit juice with piece of cake or piece of bread with some egg and palta, avocado.
Gracias, chao, gracias.
So basically it's a very little market, but all the Chorrillans, the people from here comes to buy their food. Another type of stores. Okay. So now from here we can see what is a very important mountain that is called Morro Solar. Well, it's not a mountain, it's a little mountain, no? But basically it's the second highest mountain in Lima. So up there you have like a very nice views from all the Lima. Well, it continues up until there. Basically there is the top. And you can find over there an observatory. Car. Also is a museum, planetarium museum, where you can learn a bit more of the stars here in the south hemisphere. And this is the first observatory built here in Peru, so it's quite important. Also in El Morro Solar you can find a Christ, as the idea was the same that the Redemption Christ in Brazil. So they took the idea and they built their own Christ here. So every night you can see it from different parts of Lima because it shines in different colors. Okay, so now we are in Jose Olaya Street. That is a quite important street because has a very cultural area. So now we are gonna see three main, three very important spots. So one is just here. Basically, it's close. That this place is an old, very old bar that is called Juanitos, and it's very traditional because here it started during the 30s, and they were selling very nice food, some jamón del país that is called, and also they were making it themselves. Also they were preparing very nice cocktails, and they have another one in Barranco, and got very traditional, so everybody was going to Juanitos. So it's a very important place to visit. Also here we have El Cine Olaya, another important project here in Chorrillos that moves a lot of culture, lot of art, and gives a bit more life to the neighborhood. And in front we can cross. We have it's basically it's gonna be another door, because now I think it's too early to see these things, but here in this door is a bar that is called Peña. Las peñas are a very traditional kind of bars where they play some live music, and it's always this traditional music from the coast of Peru that is called criolla, marineras, where basically you always have the person that is playing the instrument la caja, where it's kind of this cajon, that is basically this box where you can sit on top of the box and play some rhythms, and it's very Afro-Peruvian rhythms. So definitely, if you come to Lima again, you have to visit a peña and have a nice party with criolla music and drinking some pisco, of course. Did you ever hear about pisco? Pisco sour is one of the most important drinks in Lima, well, in Peru, that combines the pisco alcohol with some lemon juice. Here we have again this kind of traditional houses, ranchos, with these yards. So I see Nick, he's asking where are we now? We are in Chorrillos, auto taxis again. We are in Lima, in Chorrillos, that is this neighborhood next to the coast. You can see here also again street art, and I want to show you this little box over there. This little box, you can find it in a lot of streets here, in general in all Lima, where basically there is always a guy inside that is called, in Spanish it's called the watchman, that, well, basically it means the same now in English, but it's funny because they say it in English, watchman, and their job is to watch, the street, and to see that nothing is happening, to give security to the people that is walking on the street. Again, more houses, different colors, with this nice terrace on top. Okay, so yeah, I didn't have time before to explain, but before we were in this street with these three cultural points, and this street is called Jose Olaya. Jose Olaya was a fisherman, and he became very important. Well, basically he became a hero, a Peruvian hero, because during the Independence War, he was from Chorrillos, so he was delivering message from Chorrillos by swimming until El Callado. So from the patriots, the patriots from Lima, he will swim all the sea until the other side of Lima in El Callado to bring the message to the government. Like this they could be, well, like this they could free from the Spanish conquerors. And I don't know if you realize we are again in El Malecón. I don't know if you realize that we could see a lot of Peruvian flag. So basically it's the national month, what they call Fiestas Patrias, because the 28th of July of 1821 they got the independence, and basically they celebrate every 28th of July, they celebrate the independence, and it lasts for 3 days, but during all the month they have to keep the flag in their balconies to start celebrating their national month. So here we can see another big street art. This street art is made by a group that is called Alto Peru. Alto Peru is kind of like a sub area inside Chorrillos that basically we are getting in right now, and it's quite a poor area with lot of children that they don't go to the school, with familiar problems because parents doesn't have a good job and they maybe don't have food to eat. So this project that's called Alto Peru, it started in 208 more or less. They came here, like some youngs from Lima, to help these children, give them a support, creating a family. Okay, I will keep talking about that later. I'm gonna show here this square. It's quite an important square. They do some recycling here also, you can see. Also again, colorful houses. A lot of these houses, basically they turn also to restaurants, because they are very big houses, so to use a bit better the spaces, they turn it to restaurant. Okay, so we are gonna get closer to this Alto Peru soup area. We can see a church over here. I don't know if you can appreciate these little fishes representing, no, the fisherman culture here in Chorrillos. Okay. So, yes, I was saying this group of people, young people, came here to in Alto Peru to help the youngs, no, youngs that were always in the streets and they were not studying, they had problems in the family. Okay. And basically what they were doing was, okay, here another street, was helping them with sports. They start to create, they start to, okay, here another street art. So they start to create basically this street art. They paint the walls, they put the name of Alto Peru, they create some videos promoting themselves as an area where the youngs, they could come and do things, no? Create things with art. They were doing some batucada music. They were also doing capoeira, this kind of Brazilian dance. They were also going to the sea and making some surf. So some surf professionals, they help them, they instruct them. So basically, at the end, they create this community of youngs where they could express themselves and grow, no? And see that they can have more possibilities in life. So here we can see another strip that goes up to El Morro. And yeah, they also do some Muay Thai and surf are the main sports, where basically they got two kids winning some gold medals in the last few years. So they are really doing a very great job. So you can see all the colors in the houses, traditional houses. So as I was saying before, Chorrillos got destroyed during this Pacific war against the Chiles. They took Chorrillos and they burned all the houses, but after the war, basically Peruvians got again Chorrillos, and here there are more nice art. And it was during the 40s, 1940, where here in Lima there was a very big earthquake that basically this earthquake destroyed all the malecon, and some houses that were built in front of the malecon were also destroyed. So had a lot of troubles, Chorrillos. Oh yeah, and I didn't explain at all why it's called Chorrillos. Basically, chorro in Spanish means how can I say that in English? Stream, yeah, water stream. And during the 19th century, there were some streams, water streams going outside from the cliff. That's why they decide to put the name of Chorrillos. And the people that was going to the sea and was going to swim on the sea, they were using these water streams to wash themselves after for the sea salt. But we cannot see them anymore nowadays. So we are ending the tour here. I'm gonna show you the little fisherman port. Yeah, definitely, Melissa. These moto taxis are everywhere, but only in Chorrillos and another neighborhoods more outside of the center. So if you are a tourist and you are in Miraflores or Barranco, and you want to take one, you have to come to Chorrillos. Okay, here down here there is the fisherman port, and you can see all the coast again, these beautiful views from the Malecon. Here on the left side, El Morro Solar with the cross on top. You cannot appreciate the cross, but there is a big cross that also gets illuminated during the night. And thank you to everybody for being here. Hope that you hope that you enjoyed the views of Chorrillos. Sorry that maybe my English was not very understandable some moments, and maybe there was quite a lot of noise, but hope you enjoyed and have a very nice evening, very nice day. Thank you.